one, please. Oh, yeah. I'll be right back. Okay. I'm out of here. You done? No, I'm not leaving for a bit. I'm coming back. Every time you go second thing up. I want 10 trying to find out, Bobby.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 43rd Annual Joint Military Training Exercise. This year we have 237 competitors, 19 teams from all branches of service around the world. This event is sanctioned by the American Military Federation, and some of our school-ship winners will go on to the national convention, competing against their civilian counterparts at the national level. At the front gymnasium at our live demo kitchen of very own, Command Sergeant Major Hood is about to make a live demo in the arm. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be the front gymnasium and our very own ordnance regimental Command Sergeant Major. Command Sergeant Major Hood is about to make a live demo.
All right. All right.
On the other side of the gymnasium, we have 10 kitchens set up for various team and individual events taking place all day long, including this team skills event, our forces leadership of the year, enlisted aid of the year competition, nutritional hot food challenge, and the international mystery basket competition.
Well, hello, and how's everybody doing today? All right. Well, today, today's what I'm getting ready to prepare for you as a demonstration. I'm going to do a stuffed burger. And in my stuffed burger, I call it the MT burger, which is a microtary burger, in honor of my. But what I want to do also is tell you today's a great day, and it's a special day, and it's a happy day for me. Because also in honor of my, who's an Army military veteran, he passed away 2 days ago. So I created a name to call it a microtary burger to a GMT burger in honor of my uncle. So it's a happy day, and I plan on demoing this burger, and I hope you enjoy. So what we're going to start off first with is a protein burger. The bread. This is a bun, which is filled with flour, rich with eggs, and it's very fatty. Everything I say, or every ingredient that I've had, is for the purpose of taste. It's all about taste. And if you have good appetite today and had some physical training done this morning, or your stomach is growling, I believe this is the meal you want. Is that fair to everyone? So at this time we will place it in the oven. Set the oven about 375. We want to cook it about 15 to 20 minutes.
The team that wins this event this week will go on to the American Military Federation National Convention and compete against civilian counterparts at the national level.
Now I'm going to move into browning the beef. In order to make a good tasty stuffed burger, you can go anywhere from 70-30 meat fat or 60-40. I prefer 70-30. It seems to be a little bit more fatty and has a better taste. So we're going to move over here to the grinder.
Station 4.
The meats that I chose to for the grinder is I chose brisket and I chose sirloin. The brisket we have has a lot of marble on it, which gives it extra flavor, and then the sirloin, which is a little bit more healthier type of meat, we're going to get all together and bring out that great taste. Another technique, if you're used to using a grinder, is you want to freeze it in the freezer anywhere from 30 to 60 minutes. Why? Because it's alive and clean and cut. If you cut, you can grind it in the grinder.
They showed them this morning. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have tickets to meet at our field cooking competition, please make your way over to the dining area to be seated. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, if you have purchased tickets to dine on one of our field teams today, please make your way over to the dining area to be seated. So down here, ladies and gentlemen, from the United Kingdom, Station 6, USA Station 7, Germany Station 8, Canada Station 9, and Microsoft Station 10.
I'm not going to ground on it. You want me to ground it off? Okay. Okay.
Now, a special treat today, ladies and gentlemen. Some of the courses from the International Mystery Basket Competition are being set right over here on this table. If you would like to try some of these dishes.
You have some of the
Ingredients we'll be mixing with it. We got rosemary and thyme.
Right here. Here's
some of the ingredients that I'm going to mix in the burgers. I'm going to use some Worcestershire sauce. I'm going to use some pepper, some salt, and some Mary, or you can use fresh thyme. And that's what's going to mix and taste. And that's what you can use as you prepare your burgers. All right. Are you burger eaters? Do you love a good burger? What are some of your favorite burgers? Burger King. Oh, Burger King.
Right here, Burger King.
Burger King. All right. So a technique or a way that I use is I will take a little, just roll it up. As an example. Thyme and rosemary. Pinch of salt. I don't know about you, but I love lots of salt. But for this, I just season it the best I can to perfection, to your taste buds. Is that fair? Pepper. I love salty foods, but I also love spicy foods. So we add some pepper. And then top it off with Worcestershire sauce. That's like one of the hardest words to say, isn't it? You know, if I didn't say New Hampshire, I probably would never say it right. Mix it up. Just want to grind it up. All right. Then I'll take one, make it kind of like a meatball size or to your liking. Before this demo, I'll do it in a meatball size. Then you want to flatten it out. Okay. And I know you've seen demonstrated on TV shows or live commercials. They have those cutters and those pressers you can use. But in this case, I prefer to do it by hand. All right. We're going to use some bacon, and we're going to place the bacon on the inside, smoked bacon, and Gouda cheese. That's the smoked Gouda cheese to add extra flavor. Now I'm looking at all y'all wonderful faces, and all I can think about, if I was at home, you would be watching TV, upstairs playing video games, outside playing, wouldn't be paying me no attention till it's time to eat and bless the food. But in this case, you're watching everything I do. What an audience. All right, then you take the top part, and you can combine them together. You want to close them as much as possible, because you don't want them to break once they're inside the frying pan. And if you've never done these before, if you've done them before, everything will melt inside and won't necessarily create extra mess other until you bite it, which that's not extra mess. That's a delicious bite and taste. Again, take a couple strips of the smoked maple bacon and the smoked Gouda. There's all different several types of cheeses you can use, but I chose the smoked Gouda. And if you want to know where I get my skills from, look slightly to my left, your right. The great Sergeant Major Lambert has graced me with his presence. You know what's also good, I believe, about cooking? When you can make it a family affair. Now, I know I'm going to put somebody on the spot. They might get a little upset with me. But to my right, your left, is my beautiful wife, Natalie, who's got that iPhone there. And my intelligent and handsome son, Christian, who's over there watching as well. How many of these you want? Okay. All right. Okay. Gonna make 2 more and then we will move on. How many of you by show of hands had smoked burgers before? I mean stuffed burgers. Coming out pretty good? I'm gonna say we're gonna fry these, but probably one of the better ways to do it is do them on a grill. You can say eating one of these is a meal in itself. As you can see, that's a nice sized burger, so you can see why it can be a meal in itself. I'll do one more. Is everyone from the Virginia area here that's sitting here in front of me? Where are you from, man? Hawaii? Oh, wow. What brings you to the area? Oh, okay. I see a lot of students in the audience. If you need an excuse tomorrow, I'll sign off to get you back in school tomorrow so they won't count that against you. Is that all right? Oh, you good? Oh, you all in the same school? Well, just put all your names on one letter and I'll sign it. Is this something y'all do for your school? Okay. Is this your first time coming to this event? Is this the 43rd event? All right. So I've knocked out 40 burgers. Okay. Switch gloves. Okay. Okay, as discussed earlier, we got cheese on the inside and the bacon. So what we're going to put on the top is, I'm going to grill some onions. Put it on top. Okay.
We got them sliced in the back.
Is there anyone that doesn't like onions? You don't like onions? Why you don't like onions? It's the after effect. Well, it's I believe if you grill them, it eliminates that after effect. You know, I'm cutting this onion and I'm just thinking about all of you out there. Any of you seen Shrek before? And remember the saying, onions has layers? You know, Donkey and Shrek? It just came to mind. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. As I slice these onions, and we get ready to pull out the burgers to cook, we're gonna cook the burgers in duck fat. Anybody ever ate burgers from duck fat? Oh, you got this look like what? Yes. I like you. I like you. Yeah, we're gonna cook them in duck fat. Duck fat is again give it a little bit more flavor. Also, it's a little bit more that fatty taste, but it's actually it's kind of healthy. It's a little bit healthier than some of your regular greases or cooking grease. I believe I was told this was live. Actually, my sister-in-law, she's a professional chef out in California. So she's looking at this. I hope she's getting jealous. I'm on her heels when it comes to these skills. Other than I'm gonna do burgers and she does stuff like lamb and things like that. But I believe we'll enjoy a burger today. All right. You know, all right. Over here. All right. Okay. Okay, next we're going to move into, I'm going to start prepping what you call yucca fries. Yucca is a root, and it's from, you see it most from the South America. It's a very good root and vegetable to eat. Actually, that was introduced to me, compliments of my wife. My wife is El Salvadorian, so this was also in honor to her as a something I hope you enjoy. It's a little bit firmer than French fries, and it also, yucca has benefits. It has a lot of resources such as fiber and carbohydrates. All right. Any of you ever seen a yucca root? Any of you, by show of hands, anyone had yucca before? Yeah. Was it something that you made, man? Oh. So here's a hard root to cut. One of the techniques I use, of course, is a cutting board. You want to cut it on the sides. It's a very tough root.
Salt, pepper.
Sure.
Salt, pepper, herbs.
Okay. For
It's like that.
okay. I don't even have to look, but there's a legend to my left, known as Sergeant Major Rice. When you're a legend, you don't even need no introduction. You just show up. Oh, I see the stellar leader of soon-to-be Sergeant Major Love to my left as well. What I will do is cut these into fingers. You can cut them into cubes. You can cut them any way you want when you make them. You can even fix it where it even looks like a baked potato. As you taste this later, you'll see some of the textures where you see it. It's similar to a baked potato, but there's a distinct different taste. I believe it's something you'll enjoy. Okay. Okay. Okay, what I'm going to do is put the yuca in some hot boiling water. Just want to boil it for about 15 or 20 minutes, just to soften up the texture.
The frozen ones after we.
Okay. These gloves. I'm going to move into the Chipotle. Chipotle. Okay. Okay. Are you ready? Okay. Okay. One of the ways you can use while you're prepping your meal, at least for the yuca fries, is you can freeze it for a moment. So that way it keeps kind of fresh until your water gets ready as you prepare all your other ingredients and things if you stick with the menu and fix this meal. As you can see, finger cut, kind of like, they're not Burger King fries, like my good friend up there that loves Burger King. But these are the MT fries, Mike and Terry fries, with an honor to, as I mentioned earlier, my military veteran, my uncle who passed away, Greg Booker fries as well. To get the grease hot, you put the yuca fries into the grease. You just want to cook them anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes. Just make sure they're nice and brown. There's really no set time for them. And you just strain them out as you will see here later, and they will have a nice flavor. Which I will, after this, I will get into making some chipotle sauce. Which, as I've already mentioned, if you like spicy foods, call me. If you don't like spicy foods, you gotta let me know, because I might be a risk hazard in getting your blood pressure up. Okay. So when I make, so some ingredients you want to use for the chipotle mayonnaise, you want to use some sour cream.
Station 8, Germany, window open in about 12 minutes.
As you're making this chipotle sauce, I know.
Close it down on 10. Our chefs all the way from France. Window opens at 1:20. Those of you just joining us, this is the International Mystery Basket event. Each of these chef teams was given a mystery basket this morning. They had to create
Trying to wait for the
and execute a 10 portions of a 4-course meal using each and every item in their mystery basket.
So for this recipe, for the chipotle mayonnaise, we're going to add sour cream, also lime juice. It's one of those sauces you have to constantly taste because the sour cream can actually dominate the taste in this recipe that I'm using. Then you want to add your mayo. Everybody got anyone like football out there? Are your trades going well? Are you getting the players you want? Well, for me, I'm a Redskins fan. We're all in first place right now, right? Everybody's undefeated. This is the chili. Now you can use a whole chipotle pepper, or you can grind it up. We chose to grind it up in this case. Mix it in. Of course, you see it's nice and colorful. Okay. What my assistant just did, he caramelized the onion with some brown veal stock, which as a theme of mine for this dish, it's all about the flavor. Okay. You ready for this? Okay. All right. Yeah, we got like a little tasty. A little bit more salt. Remember I told you I like salt, so I might add a little bit more salt. After tasting this, all we got like a bottle of water, ice cold water. You've been warned. All right. Taste this. All right. Work. Okay. I think it's
Ladies and gentlemen, Station 1, Fort Bragg, student team plating up right now. Plating up their entree. Station 2, looks like runs through here, Fort Meyer. Fort Campbell, Station 3. Going strong, Stations 4 and 5. Our candidates are listed at the end of the year. Sergeant First Class 3. Sergeant First Class 3.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Should be tender to the judge. This one's probably about there. And you don't want to cook them more than that, they fall apart.
Yeah. What I'm gonna do is just make sure the texture is right for these yuca fries. Okay. Okay. Here's our okay. Our bread is ready. Nice golden brown. So once the grease gets hot and I start cooking the yuca fries, one of the best ways to add extra seasoning to them is you want to mix it. You can put some salt on it, also some smoked paprika, and put it on top when it's nice and hot. Add that, add that extra flavor. Okay. Okay. The fries are in the freezer. These fries right here. Okay. Then I'm about to fry my yuca fries. Just as a safety warning. You know, you bring them out the freezer, make sure they're nice and thawed. If not, you gotta put them in the pan nice and slow. If not, you know, grease will pop away. I hope you enjoy these. These are my favorite. They're better than Doritos. And when they're in the pan, you want to stir them because they have the tendency to stick together. Remember I told you about the spice? On top of the fries, I'm at a little cayenne pepper. Is that all right with you? 10 yeses and 1 no. I heard someone say one day, the needs of many outweigh the needs of few. All right. If you want, it's hard to see. If you want to take a break from eating Doritos and things like that, you can come around on the side and look how the burgers turn out as they cook.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the next course from Team USA in the International is up for 25. Now is the time. We got plastics cones right here, plates over here, trash can right here. All we ask is one more plate.
I'm also a little ahead of time, so what I also will do as an extra is I will do some fried pickles and put some fruit on the side. Is that all right with you? You know, when I was your age, I could eat Doritos, 3 hamburgers, and hell, that was just a warm up. I wish I had your appetite, and especially your metabolism. Coming out.
Yeah, another round. Just let it go. Wait, it's not been hot enough. We'll let it come to temp. Hopefully it'll come out.
Okay.
We got plenty more.
I'm gonna turn the temperature up a little bit on these yuca fries and let them cook a little bit longer than normal.
Like the bacon and the cheese, right? Give it time and finish.
Okay. Clean it up a little bit. Not necessarily. While those yuca fries are cooking, since I have a little extra time, I'm gonna set up and make some, prepare myself to make some fried pickles. You know, you see her? You see what she's doing? She's trying to cover with her pocketbook up and slide them up. What do you think? A little time. Yeah, good. Pickles. Is it okay if I let them you can okay. While we're a little ahead of time, if you don't mind, like to feel the texture of the yuca root, so you can just pass it around. Let them see where it took me to put a little bit of muscle in to cut up. It's yuca root. Uh-huh. So you find it mostly like in the South American countries. That's where it originated from, but it's pretty good. It tastes similar to French fries. It's got good nutrition value. It's very good. All right. All right. My assistant's making sure these burgers come out nice and tasty. We're stirring up my caramelized onion. All right, how do it look? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Put a little.
Guys?
So while we're waiting on the fries to cook a little bit longer, we're gonna give you some samples of the chipotle mayo to give you a chance to taste, you got a Dorito or something, just dip it in, just let me know what's going on. All right, all right. And while I got time, you can say, hey, it needs a little bit of salt, a little bit more pepper, a little bit more spice. Is that fair?
What you got, Chef?
Chipotle mayo.
Yeah,
All right. Make sure some of you may have to have a fire station on standby in case your mouth is on fire. Are you ready for this? Oh, you sure can. Are you the teacher?
No, I'm an aide in the classroom with them.
Oh. Are you ready? Get some. Add some more. You get the onions. All right. Okay. Okay. What, more salt, more mayo, more sour cream, more chipotle? Make it spicier?
let me try it, sir.
Oh.
Yes, sir. I don't like it off either.
Try some onions? Where's my friend that don't like onions? I believe Doritos are stronger than onions. Yeah, Doritos are stronger than onions. Did you know that? There's my Burger King friend in the back. All right. All right, yuca fries are ready. Okay. Yes. So I told you earlier about spices for the yuca fries. You can add some cayenne pepper. Those that want that chipotle, want it a little bit spicy. Some smoked paprika. And a pinch of kosher salt. I added 2 extra. And you just want to sprinkle on the fries. Okay. And then some of these. For the fries. All right, appreciate it. Yeah, can pass it. While we're preparing the other things, we're going to use a sample of some yuca fries. They're going to be passed around. Is there a Christian Burton in here? Christian Burton. Is there a Christian Burton in here? Oh, that's Christian Burton.
Excuse me.
Yes. What you think? No? Okay? Maybe? Oh, were you waiting? Oh, okay. I kind of understand that. You know, my favorite holiday is Thanksgiving, and I won't eat for a full 24 hours. Okay. Okay. All right. Easy. All right. Okay. Need a little bit more salt? Okay. Yes, ma'am. Appreciate your help. That's okay.
Thank you.
All right. One more line. Get this out of the way. Pickles in that one too.
Attention team members, Fort Myers, please move your truck. Fort Myers.
Anybody else want to sample the yuca fry? You do? Okay. 1, 2, 3. My good Burger King friend. 3, 4. My chip friend. All right. My tongs, dude. And this batch that came out, I must admit, came out a little bit more funny. I don't need that. It's just a few. About 40. These came out a little bit more firm than the first ones. Gotta take care of my Burger King. That's it? Oh, okay. You ever had yuca root before? Alright. Yuca root. Come here, Grandmaster. Alright, now we're gonna get into pickles. Do a few fried pickles. Everyone, I believe, loves fried pickles.
So we got our first flour, our second flour, our third flour. I'm gonna get you a tray to put everything on myself.
So for these fried pickles, we took a few eggs, mixed a little bit of water in them. We're using some kosher pickles. You can cut them up. Just throw them in the egg. Then from there, you just dip it in the flour. Who doesn't like fried pickles? Anybody don't like fried pickles? Burger King. Well, let's give these a taste before you say, you might not like fried pickles, but you can't say you don't like my fried pickles. Is that fair? And if you do, you're going to hurt my feelings. I got to let you know I'm very sensitive right now. All right. Nice fried pickles. All right. We're going to take them and mix them in the flour. As you mix them in the flour, the moisture from the eggs and the pickle juice itself, you know, it's going to be kind of have a kind of slimy effect. So what you do is take them out again, shake them, and put them on the side in another fresh batch of flour. And similar to the yuca fries, you'll place it in the grease, let it cook for a few seconds to your liking, make it nice and brown. Pull them out. You can use the same paprika, cayenne pepper, and the salt as a seasoning. Well, I'm almost done here, but before I forget, I do, as the ordnance school sergeant major, I must give all this credit to the quartermaster branch, General Fogg and Sergeant Major Rice for throwing on such an exceptional event and allowing me to participate in this event. All right. Burger King, cut it out. While we're waiting on this last bit of yuca fries, I also got to compliment the future. Seeing you students here, I mean, you are a future. So that goes off to you as well. So you deserve your own self a round of applause. So give yourself an applause. Okay. 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 I'm gonna move over here a little bit. Hey, go ahead. You know, the military's gave me a lot of skills with my hands, so there's this duty called jump master duty. So as a former jump master, I'm supposed to be quick with my hands, so let me see if I can put my military skills to the test.
You guys got gloves on? Gloves on, check.
Oh, go ahead.
You got more?
If you just put the onion on, you just put the toothpicks on top.
Yes.
All right. I put a few burgers over here. Please. All right.
Okay, guys, you got more gloves?
I'd like to start right there with the summer audience. Can you fill us with some Chipotle sauce? We ran out. Just fill us up with some Chipotle sauce. Keep it going. Oh, what the arbor? All right. Here you go. All right. I need some more toothpicks. All right. Ready for the pickles? Yes. Is cooking good. Okay. All right. All right. I need a pan full of pickles. All right. Now I'm about to put the fried pickles in the pan. When you're doing these fried pickles, they don't have to cook that long either. Just for a few, for about 1 to about 60 seconds. Is it turned on? Okay. Hey, how you doing, sir? This is what I do in my spare time. Fried pickles. So are y'all down here for y'all been here the entire event? Huh? All right. Okay, these are done. These are pan, these are done. Yeah, put these on, these are done. Done, they're gonna burn. Okay.
Okay.
The do we run out of seasoning for the pickles? Okay. Yep.
Oh, you're welcome.
Okay. That's it.
All the rolls are gone.
Okay. Well, this concludes my portion. I want to thank you for all your support. Oh, put on a what? Yeah, first time. I tell you, I'm used to people being not paying nothing. They're gonna be saying that all day. Huh?
Like the mic's still on when you say so.
That's terrible reaction. So if you're not more excited, then there's not going to be any chocolate for you. You missed the chocolate. You missed the chocolate. We passed chocolate around and you are not here. So today I want to show you how to make elements for a sculpture like this. And I'm going to start by showing you how to temper chocolate. Has any of you tempered chocolate already? Tempering chocolate is a better way to call it is crystallizing the cocoa butter in the chocolate. Yeah, chocolate. And by the way, this is my assistant, Sergeant Picard, who I thank for bringing me here and arranging that I can be here for the demonstration. But she's also responsible if something goes wrong during the demo. Let's be clear on that. It's not the chef. It's Sergeant Picard. Okay. So in chocolate, you have three things. You have cocoa paste, which is the raw material of a cocoa bean. Then you have cocoa butter, which is the natural fat in cocoa, and sugar. Okay. So if you see on, if you go to the supermarket and you see a chocolate that is at 70%, it says 70%. This means it has 70% of cocoa content, which means cocoa paste together with cocoa butter. So the cocoa butter is going to be around 32%, and then what did I do? I said 70. Yeah, so maybe 32% of cocoa butter and 38% of cocoa paste. Those two numbers make the 70% on your chocolate. The rest is sugar. So if you buy a chocolate that is at 70%, you're eating 30% of sugar. If it says 55% chocolate, it's 45% sugar. It's a lot of sugar. And those are for the chocolates that I call couverture. Couverture means a chocolate that has, by law, at least 32% of cocoa butter. Then the manufacturer can call this a cocoa butter, a couverture, sorry. And a chocolate like this is going to be very fluid because there's a lot of cocoa butter. When cocoa butter melts, it just like looks like oil. Yeah, it's what makes the chocolate liquid. Okay. The problem with this cocoa butter, it's a very complex fat, and it needs to be partially crystallized in order for the chocolate to set up. Yeah. So I'm going to show you two ways to what we call tempered chocolate. The first way, can you see this in the mirror? Yeah? No. Yeah? This is chocolate that I took this in my hotel room and I plugged it in at night and it's completely melted, and it's melted at 115 Fahrenheit. Yeah? So if you have, let's say, 30 ounces of chocolate that you melt, you're going to add 1/3 of coins. Yeah? Now one is trying to escape. Nice try. So I do it by eye, but you should actually measure it by weight. Yeah? And then what we're going to do, we're going to stir. Sergeant Picard, if you could stir. She's a very good stirrer. She's a master pastry chef. You know the master pastry chef? She's a master pastry chef in my eyes. So she's going to stir, and what's going to happen is this chocolate is exactly the same as that one. Yeah, but this one is melted. So the same cocoa butter is in here, but it's in crystal form. Yeah? So what we are doing, we are adding some hard chocolate in this one in order to transform some of the melted cocoa butter crystals into crystallized. Okay? and then I'll show you a trick to see if it's cold enough. Yeah? I'm not going to use a thermometer. The only time I use a thermometer is to make sure that this chocolate is at 115 Fahrenheit. After that, you throw away, you put away your chocolate. Okay? Huh? Soup? No, no, we have no soup. No soup for you. All right. Yeah, yeah. It always gets there. It's science. It's not for the people who work with chocolate before and they had a hard time and they're like, oh, chocolate is not for me. This is not my day. Whatever. It's sunny. It's shiny. It's windy. It's cold. It's hot. It's humid. It's me. It's not you. Or it's the chocolate and so on. This has nothing to do with what's going on here. Here it's just a very normal reaction is the melted cocoa butter is starting to get cold because we are introducing those coins in there and then it will eventually crystallize. Yeah? It will, you can do that 100 million times, it will work. It has nothing to do with luck. Okay? So we're going to continue stirring in here and then after a while we're going to think that it's cold enough, but I'll show you a way to to see if it's really ready. This is a flyer that we made for the military. The French pastry school is a school in Chicago that is approved for all veteran programs and everything, every branch, the GI Bill, everything. And we have a lot of veterans taking our programs after they finish with their service. And our school is specialized in everything: baking, pastry, ice cream, cookie, cakes, tarts. No savory food. Okay, so it's the only school like this in the country. All the good stuff, fat free. So we're gonna continue stirring. She's almost done, and then I'm gonna show you a second way to temper chocolate, completely different. This one we're going to take it and we're gonna put it in a microwave. I'm gonna start with 2 minutes. Now I'm using half power on the microwave, 50% power. Why do I use half power? Why can't I just use full power? For 5 points. If you give me the right answer, you get 5 points. No answer. Yeah. Huh? It will burn. Yes, it will burn. Why does chocolate burn so quickly? Huh? Minus 5 points. You're off the island. Okay. Huh? No. No. I gave you the answer before. I gave you the answer before. Yeah? Huh? No. Everybody off the island. Yes. No. Off the island. No chocolate for you. So, you didn't say anything? Sometimes it's better. So, the reason why I mentioned to you before, chocolate is made of 3 things. Cocoa paste, too late. Cocoa paste, cocoa butter, and sugar. Guess what? There is no water in chocolate. 0 water in chocolate. That's why chocolate does not melt, does not go bad, doesn't go moldy. And by the way, you should never put it in the refrigerator. This was good in the 50s, 40s when we didn't have air conditioning in the house, but now we should be okay, I think. And if there's no water, microwaves work like this. They find the water in the food, and they warm up the water, and the heat then radiates among the food. Yeah. So if there's no water in chocolate, and you put it at 100% power, the the microwave is gonna go straight in from warming into burning. So nobody got 5 points. Sorry. Fair enough. So after 2 minutes at 50%, it gets a little pasty. We stir, and we put it back. There's always one that tried to escape today. So we're gonna put a minute and a half at 50% power. So in the old days, when I started pastry, believe it or not, in 1976, many of you were not born or were really young, right? You were very young, 1976, very young. You're like a baby. I was taught like this. I was taught that you need to, if you think the chocolate is ready, you put it on your lip. First of all, it's not sanitary at all. Second of all, if you have a fever, right, your body and your lip is going to be very hot. Because what I was told is, if you put it on your lip, and if you feel not cold or not hot, it's ready. That's absolute nonsense. Yeah? So here, what I see already is that there's some coins that are not melting anymore. That's a sign that the chocolate is not hot enough anymore to melt those coins. So I think it's ready. But really, the best test, you take a piece of paper, parchment paper, and you put it here on the table. Do not put it in the fridge or in the freezer or on the table at the temperature you're working with. Yeah? I checked the temperature this morning, it was 63, so it's perfect for chocolate actually. Yeah? If your house is at 100 degrees Fahrenheit because you like it nice and hot, don't work with chocolate. Everything will melt. You need to be like 65, between 65 and 75, you'll be fine. Okay? So if this starts to set within a minute and a half, it starts to harden, that means I will have converted enough melted cocoa butter crystals into hard crystals. And then I can do whatever I want. I can make all those beautiful things. They will harden. If I don't do that, they will never harden. A decoration that I do will take maybe 3 hours to set up. And then it will set up all great. Yeah? So this is my second way of tempering chocolate. I possibly went too far, but I'm gonna put a couple coins. Usually, if you do it right, you melt it just a little bit. You melt it just a little bit until it becomes pasty. But I never know what kind of microwave I will receive. Yeah, sometimes I have microwaves that are like extremely aggressive. So you guys can pass this around, and you need to realize that it actually is hardened. Yeah, no eating back there. So you can stir this one. Don't fall in the hole. There's a third way. The third way is to put chocolate on the table and then cool it on the table, but it gets really messy. These are the two different ways that I use for when I do demonstration and when I do competitions. Now, if this chocolate is getting too thick, I'm going to take some of it out and I'm going to microwave it so it gets nice and warm, and I'm going to get rid of those few lumps that are resisting arrest here. Any questions so far? No questions? That means we did a good job. Or they completely lost already. One of the two. All right. Gonna warm this up. Still at 50% power. So this is a good example. We're gonna put this on. I think it's too hot. But I want to show you the difference. This is the one that I think is too hot. We're gonna observe it, and then I'm gonna add a couple more coins in there, and you will see that it will cool it. And this one will not set up. I don't think it will set up. And the one that I added more coins will harden. Okay, so it's all a question of cooling it enough. Okay. There you go. All right, so this one is now hot, and I'm going to use it to warm up this one that is getting too cold. Yeah. And when you stir chocolate, you always stay in the chocolate. Yeah. If you go like this, not only you're gonna have it on your face, which is fun, but you're gonna put a lot of air bubbles in that chocolate. Yes. That's what I do. All right. So I want to show you. This technique right here. This guy right here. Yeah. Do you know how this is done? For 5 points? Huh? Close. Very close. Very close. In ice. Yeah. So, here's my eyes. And usually you never mix chocolate with water. Since there is no water in chocolate, zero, if you put a drop of water in there, that chocolate is going to go crazy because it's made of 100% solid. And they're going to see that drop of water, it's like, OMG, right? I want to drink it, right? And then it makes the chocolate a little pasty. And people always think when it gets pasty, I'm just going to stir. Stirring is going to solve everything. Stirring is going to make it the pastiness faster, and eventually your chocolate is going to be completely thick like a clay. And then there's nothing you can do. So here what I have some cocoa butter that is already colored. I'm going to mix it with the chocolate to make it a different color. Okay? You can pass this around. This is the same thing. Be very careful if you open it because this is the pure color. Yeah? And this color is oil based. That means it melts in fat. And yesterday I did a demonstration and I used water-based color. Today we're working with chocolate, so it's oil-based. So this is exactly the same thing as that, but here the cocoa butter is already incorporated. Here I would have to add my own cocoa butter in there to make it kind of like a liquid color. So you can pass this around. Like I said, maybe you don't want to open it because it's going to end up on your clothes. So now Sergeant Picard is going to make another test. All right, this is my cocoa butter, like a baby, like the milk for the baby, right? Gonna take some chocolate here. All right. You always clean up after yourself right away, not waiting. A little bit of this. All right. How's the leg? Good? All right. Ready? I've seen that in people who make wax candles. I've seen that, and this we don't need. And then my mind clicked. I said, you know, when your head tilts and you're like, you have an idea, you're like, wait a minute, I can do this. Then you take cold water. We're gonna let it sit like this for a minute, and the water is gonna melt the ice, and then I will have what looks like coral. Yeah? Anything that I show you today with dark chocolate, you could make it with milk chocolate or white chocolate. Yeah? You don't have to think that this can only be made with dark chocolate. Okay? So,
My head's turning right now.
here is my first example. When the chocolate was too hot, it's still not set up. And then when we cooled it a little bit more, oh my God, it's set up, right? So that's to show you that it is just about understanding the crystallization of the fat. Very, very simple, yeah? So I want to show you, and if you're not sure, because those little things, those little machines, they work only whatever they can be. It's not very expensive, so there's a thermostat in here, but where are you going? What? More seats for everybody. No chocolate for you. All right, thank you. So, if you think your chocolate is too hot, all you have to do is take the paper. If you have a doubt, take the paper. Yeah, go like this. All right, I want to show you how to make these petals right here on this flower. This one right here. Yeah? You like it? Beautiful? Beautiful. It's actually very easy to do. Yeah? I don't like to show techniques that require a lot of equipment. I was like you, I was in the Navy, the French Navy. French guy over there. And I was based in Djibouti, and then we were at sea in the Indian Ocean, and I learned very quickly that I had to do whatever I had to do to come up with a meal for my admiral. Yeah? So it was the best training ever. So, a piece of parchment paper or a piece of plastic, whatever you have laying around. And then watch this. You take a knife, you dip it, how easy. And you can use any kind of knives, a spatula, anything you have laying around. But also you can go to an art store, they have, it's kind of like a spatula like this, but there's different ends, different looking ends. I don't know what they use them for. I gotta get moving because my chocolate is actually setting up. I'm talking and talking, and how's my test over there? Is it setting? Lucky again. I'm very lucky today with chocolate. How easy is this? Yeah? I'm gonna do some with dark chocolate.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we should have quite a few different medal results coming up soon. Stay tuned.
Was he calling me for a medal or what? No, no. You can also use both sides of the knife, but then you have to be fast. So you go like this, put the entire knife clean, and then you go like this and turn the knife. That's if you really are busy, or if you're competing or something. Or if you have to catch a plane, you know, like me. All right, any questions? No questions? The machine? I have no idea. That's not a temperature. That's not a temperature. It's off. 30 Celsius, 89 Fahrenheit. Okay? All right. I want to show you how to make the center of the flower. This we're just going to let it cool. We'll come back to it.
What brand is the chocolate temperature? What brand of the chocolate temperature?
It's Cocoa Berry, the brand of chocolate. Oh, the tempering machine is called Mold Art. Mold Art. So, I want to show you how to make the center of this flower. And with chocolate, you got to clean right away your tools, otherwise the chocolate is going to harden. and then now you have to chisel away and the chocolate flying, and then you have the chocolate belt we call it, yeah. All right, is it long enough? We'll keep this one on the pilot light. So it gets warm later on, and we need it to warm up. All right. So this is what I'm gonna do. Can pass this around. This you can get rid of. This they have seen. Okay. So it looks like the center of a daisy. Okay. So these are called polycarbonate molds. It's the best plastic for chocolate because it does not shatter. And some other molds are see-through and they are made out of acrylic, which is also called plexiglass. Plexiglass is a brand name. But if you do this with an acrylic mold, it would just like shatter. This does not shatter. Okay? So polycarbonate mold. Got that? Polycarbonate. Poly and then carbonate. So we have the white chocolate over there, and then those. This is cocoa butter. The same cocoa butter as this that has been colored. So I have some reddish one. I have some yellowish one. And then we're gonna put some white coins. And then we're going to spin it in the food processor. And what's this gonna do? It's gonna do two things. Obviously, the blade is gonna cut the chocolate in very small pieces, but also the blade is spinning so quickly that it's actually creating heat, and it's gonna kind of like melt the chocolate. Yeah. So here we go. Once you see this thing is turning into a block, stop mixing. Right now it looks like gravel. We could use that for a competition, yeah, but we want just a little bit more. All right, it almost comes together, and this is what I want. Let's take the blade out because otherwise I'll finish the demo like this, right? Don't put it. I'm gonna need it for another project. But I wanna pass this around. You guys can see it. It actually came out really good because those things I made them yesterday with the Vitamix. The Vitamix. All right, you take this and you press it very hard. Yeah, extremely hard. Gotta make sure there's enough in there. then we remove the excess. And then we're gonna put this in the fridge just to speed up things, and then we're gonna pop them out. Gonna put this in the fridge there. Now, something else you can do. Something else you can do is continue to blend it, and it will turn. Can I have the blade back, please? It will turn into a paste. Okay. My hands are hot, so it's good. And again, you can do this with dark chocolate, white chocolate, milk chocolate. And if you're good at sculpting, you can take this and then make a sculpture by you start with a block of chocolate, solid block of chocolate, and then you start adding things to it. And you can make a face, you can make all those things over there, because those are, I believe, made with tallow, maybe. Yeah. So this would be a sculpture that is made with pure chocolate. One more. And if this chocolate starts to get thick, you just give it a spin, and you're back to square one. If this gets too sticky, you put a little powdered sugar, little 10x. Huh? Yes, yes, yes. There you go. Alright, this one we are done with it. I'm gonna change gloves. Like a doctor, I'm like a doctor. I think you have another one in there, we can replace it, yeah? When you change gloves, give it a few seconds to actually let your hands dry, otherwise it's impossible to... Getting a little thick, so I'm going to increase this to... We don't know. Yeah, the chocolate, yeah. This one, if it gets a little too cold, there's a plastic bowl, so we can put this in the microwave, but this is good. So I want to show you how to make this flour. Okay? It's actually very easy to do. All of these I carried it by hand in the airplane. Yeah? It's not a problem. Nobody's gonna bother you. They actually are very interested, you know, when you go to security and the stewardess and everybody's like, oh my God, what is this? And give them a couple of chocolate candies, and good to go, really. But don't ever think that people will block you. I've been doing this for 42 years. No, nobody ever stopped me. Okay? Actually, they let you on the plane early. So here we go. You need this is a tool for melon cutting, to cut the inside of a melon. Okay, it's like if you look online, it's called a melon cutter or melon scooper or something like this. Okay, if you don't have that, you can use a cookie cutter. Then you put the chocolate on a piece of marble or on a piece of granite, but you cannot take marble for granite. Sergeant Picard told me to tell that joke, and I said I refuse. It's too bad. It's a very good joke.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the field cooking competition, silver medal for joint base first before.
So you go back and forth until you see the chocolate hardening. Okay? Yeah? And then we right away clean our tools. Somebody got a silver medal. Yeah, thank you. Those two. All right. This is luxury to have somebody clean up after me, you know? Should be like this all the time, no? Right?
Ladies and gentlemen, so silver medal big way back over here in Cinderella.
So underneath I put some wet paper towel. You can also, what works really well is a shelf liner. A shelf liner, you put them under the cutting board.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Masters category is here ready to fire away on, looks like Station 7A, I believe. This is for the first place for the junior chef down here, Station 1. Student Chef of the Year candidate from Fort Hood, Texas. And on Station 2, he was Student Chef of the Year from the Coast Guard. And last but not least, Station 3, Student Chef of the Year competitor from the Marine Corps.
So you can make some.
The winner of this competition will go on to the American Culinary Federation National Convention and compete at the national level against their civilian counterparts.
So you can, as soon as the pedal is off the granite, you gotta shape it.
4 and 5. One of our guest military chefs all the way from the UK on 6.
The UK, we let the UK in?
Chef Jeremy Anderson from the War College. Starting with the Masters category down here on Station 7.
It's getting cold. Not
Chef Becker from Fort KMO also
just hold it.
Category on 8.
If you have a whole countertop, then it won't move like this.
And our final competitor in the Masters category, Chef Mark Sousa on 9.
And you gotta do it fast. If you do it fast, you surprise the whole cutting board. It's like, whoa, didn't have a chance to. Okay. And then this you will see, in no time, I will assemble this and I will make a flower out of it in really no time. I know I said that, but I repeat. Okay, in the meantime, I want to show you what happened to the chocolate and ice. And I discovered this thing, this method, this whatever you want to call it, technique. I discovered it in 1995, and then I was so excited that I would take a tweezer and take all those ice cubes out. You don't have to do that. Just set it aside. It will melt. Yeah? Because the Coast Guard not allowed. All right. So this we're gonna set aside, and it will melt by itself. We don't have to worry. Okay. So I'm gonna assemble this flour. We're gonna put a little chocolate here. Actually, a decent amount of chocolate, not just a little. And you see, I just looked around at what I had. Yeah, you need something to hold those petals up. This one, you just shove it here. That's good. That's number one. Then you take one that is very curly. Do a little plastic surgery here. It's free. That's the only plastic surgery that is free with chocolate. And then here you use those guys to set it, yeah? And chocolate is all about patience. We don't have any, right? I have no patience. I've been doing this 42 years. Chocolate should actually give me a break and do things that I really want to, but it does not work like this. Okay? It's all about if it is gonna harden or not, if it's cold enough. It has nothing to do with me. So what you need to do, you need to, all I do a little talking and I explain things, and then it gives it a chance to harden. But otherwise, in production, you put 3 petals and then you go do something else. You come back and you add another 2 petals, yeah? But if you try to put all the petals in one spot,
cat card, a lost military ID card here. It's a civilian card for Mrs. Brooks. Edwina Brooks. Ms. Brooks, are you interested?
these are very good actually because they're heavy, you know? So first you take the ones that are very, very curly, and then after that, the ones that are more open. My chocolate is actually getting nice and thick. It's actually the best glue. Okay. Another one up here. You just fix it the way you want to, yeah? And one last one here. I could continue, right? And then make it like a flowerzilla, but we're not going to do that. So, one last one here. Oh yeah. So you see really, and I'm slowing things down to show it to you, but in 3 minutes you can make a big flower like this, yeah? So, yes, 3 minutes. She's like, I don't think so, right? Robinson. She was rolling her eyes. It's like 3 minutes. I don't think so. Yeah. So we clean up a little bit. Want to pass this around on something? Oh, just pass it in here. This is a mold you could use to cast chocolate. Yeah, to cast things like this. Those are the types of molds we use. This is from the Christmas season when they had those two things to make a Christmas ornament. You know, they have them in the store. This can be remelted and reused, yeah? Or can be eaten, right? See, this is already hard. Because it's nice and cool in here, so. You guys want to eat a little chocolate, yeah? So this one is 66%, okay? And then I'm gonna pass the flour around so you can see it. If you break it, run, okay? Sergeant Picard is gonna come and get you. Well, not with the leg, right? So you're fine, you're safe. So I want to take out those things, yeah? So the way to pop them out, you see, that's my mistake, is to pass chocolate around and then I lose them. Rookie mistake, yeah? Watch this. Or not. See that? Or not. That's okay, you don't have to care. This one, you can just dump it and then give it to Megan. I want to show you how to assemble this flower, the daisy. This is a pan that I let it sit on the pilot light. Yeah? Yeah, big mistake to pass chocolate around. He's laughing. All right. There you go. I need to clean it right away again, and then I'm gonna put it back on the pilot light, and then if I need it to warm up some chocolate, I'll have it. But clean it, otherwise you'll burn it. There you go. It's very easy, no? Trust me, if I can do it, it's very easy. Yeah? All right. We are gonna start to assemble we're gonna put the first petals. So it's gonna be white. And this one is actually getting thick, but it's actually great for sticking things. Go like this. Oh, hold on, I brought something. A little ring. There you go. I knew I brought those rings for something. I'm like getting old, you know. And then what do? Wait. But we have no patience. So I'm not waiting. I should be, right? Otherwise I'm showing the bad example. Yeah, I use cold air usually like for demonstration. I use a can of spray. This company right here, chefrubber.com, they sell a spray that is food grade. So when you spray to make things set faster, yeah. And I had some in my. This is how I travel. I don't have any beer in there. I'm sorry. It's all my equipment, and I put all my tools and they took the can of air. It's okay. I tried. Usually, sometimes if they find it, they remove it. Sometimes not. It's fine. I'm not gonna make a big fuss, right? Or am I? I mean, I'm doing a demo for the military. I should get a free pass, no? Something. But no. So yeah, in competition, you just spray it, yeah? Now, if you don't want to eat, if this is for a competition or something and this will never be eaten, then you can go to a computer store like a Best Buy or something like this and buy the can of spray to clean your computer. And if you hold it straight, it's cold air, just regular cold air. And if you hold it upside down, it comes out frozen. Don't ask me how that works. I'm still, how can that be? But it works, yeah? But do not eat this because it's not food grade at all. Because once I was in the middle of doing something, a demo, whatever, and then they took the spray away from me, and then I went to like a store and I got that. It was somewhere down south, so it's not cold like this in here. And so I sprayed the thing, and then I ate a piece. It's not food grade, I can guarantee you that. It's really bad. So, this is my first row. We're going to let it set, and then we're going to put the dark one. I'm letting everything set, right? Alright, we need to turn this up. Yeah? And now the dark one. And so you can add many rows of flowers, yeah? You get the idea, right? So I'm not going to do the whole flower, otherwise we won't have time to assemble the sculpture that I brought. So this, I took this in my beer cooler, yeah? Not built like this, but in components. This was one piece, this one piece, one piece. So in the beer cooler, you put a milk crate, because you don't want to have things move around. So, and then you put this in the milk crate, and then you just, the key to ship something really fragile is it cannot move. Cannot move. Yeah? So it's, everything is like completely stuck. Even if it's really fragile, it will not break. Absolutely not break. Yeah? Huh? Yeah, just a little bit. The most important is putting bubble wrap or whatever you have to make sure it does not wiggle. Not even a wiggle. No wiggling around, okay? As soon as it starts to wiggle, then the beginning of the end. This one I don't need anymore. So, for the people who have seen the sugar sculpture I did 2 days ago, the main components were also inside my beer cooler. Yeah? So this you can pass around, you know? This is not fragile at all, huh? And this square is not solid chocolate. It's about a good half an inch thick. So now it's time to use the gloves. And then here I made some leaves by putting cocoa butter, green cocoa butter on a sheet of plastic with a brush. Yeah, this guy. Imagine if this is green. You brush it on a piece of plastic, like it's called acetate plastic. And then after that, you pipe some dark chocolate on it. So imagine the entire sheet is green now. And you pipe some dots of dark chocolate, and then you press on it. I'm going to do one. Everybody's looking at me like I have 3 heads. So it's good. It's good. So you see it. At the end, you need to understand. This is my makeup brush, but now I'm going to use it for that. So this should be plastic. Come to Papa. Okay. We're going to play it like this. I just need a couple drops. There you go. Yeah. And you can use different colors if you want. %99 of the people put too much chocolate in the cone, and then when you close the cone, so only put 1/3. If you want it perfectly round, you press it with a sheet pan, and then they're completely round. And now you put it in the fridge.
All right, silver medal for boxing, middle cooking category. Great job, boxing.
So this turned green like this because we took some of this cocoa butter, we melted it to about 90 degrees Fahrenheit, and we put it in a spray gun, a home hardware store spray gun.
Masters category is well underway. Hopefully soon we'll get some results. For the international, you guys have competition, a student chef or leader.
Yes, after. Once it's at this stage over there, once all the water is evaporated, then we spray. Pretty. Yes, this is just chocolate that we cast between two cake rings, you know, one big one, one small one. Pipe the chocolate, put it in the fridge, pop it out. Really boring. But she knew it? No, she did not know it. That's a good one. Then we're gonna put some chocolate here to put the coral right here. I gotta put enough because I don't have any cold spray to save me, so which is okay. So here, what you need to do, you need to wait for the chocolate to get tacky. If I put this coral right now on here, my next move is to remove my hand because we're so impatient, and then it will fall, and then I have to blame Surgeon because it gets ugly, you know. So what you need to do is to be patient and let this get tacky. You have my small knife. Okay. So what you do, you just see if it's getting thick. It will get thick, I guarantee you. This one is already thick. And then we put the coral on there. Yeah. All right. Let's get something tall. Here. There we go. And then you can reinforce. Yeah. Add some more chocolate. And then work on something else. Because you're so impatient, you're going to want to right away attack the next project. But the first project is not set up. Okay? So we're going to put that, I feel frisky, we're going to put that big daisy on top here. Same thing, put some chocolate and then wait. In the meantime, I can unwrap this. For safety, so it doesn't wiggle in the airplane, you know. Oh, I just need to find the beginning. Yeah. Oh. There it is. Where are you going? Something I said? Probably. Huh? Hold it for about 10 seconds. Luckily, it's nice and cold in here, so. If this was hot, I would be would not be a happy camper, you know. But it's cold outside, and then you called in here, and I knew that I didn't need to go and buy one of those cans of spray. I knew Sergeant Picard wouldn't let me down, you know, right? Never. And then sometimes you just want things to hold in one place, so you take a little cotton. It's for my makeup, but also for like this. You just put it here, so you get to see. So that pedal, Sergeant. It's actually not bad at all. We talked about this. That's a nervous laugh right here, right? It's like, oh no, my God, oh my God, no. It's all good. Showpieces are meant to come down, you know. They'll always break, right? Eventually. So let's make another one. You okay? Don't want to make another one? Gonna put some reinforcement in here. I always have spheres laying around that are great for reinforcement. Any question? Which one? This one? What about it? I cast it in a more, like you go to like a container store or a store like this, and they always have squares of plastic, plexiglass. You just pour the chocolate in there, fill it with chocolate, wait 15 minutes, and pour it out, and then you'll have about this much that is hardened on the edges. And a little piece we're going to salvage and we're going to put it up here. Huh? You knew that. That was your idea. We're still doing the nervous laugh, right? Alright? You always have to see where things are going to go. Then you put a little chocolate and you wait for that chocolate to set up. It goes fast, then you would be surprised. Oh, you gotta have a plan. It's like the army, right? You have a plan, and then after that then you have to wing it because there's conditions that make you wing it, right? Any questions? No questions? Or they are like bored, or we're doing a good job. One of the two. Which one do you think? Huh? Good job. The first step is to admit it. Really. First step is to admit it. I didn't do that. Huh? But you gotta, things will always break when you do this kind of stuff. Just pick up the pieces and then continue. There's no point of crying over spilled milk, right? You can cry if you want, if it's, this one is, is set now. It's alright. So you don't have to stick with those colors, you can do whatever color you want. Yeah? Whatever you like. White chocolate? Oh yeah, for sure. But the color is always put on the outside of the chocolate. You don't want to mix red with a lot of red color with the white chocolate, because you would need a ton. So you always put it on the surface. Yeah. If you want this, if you want this to be red, you put some red cocoa butter with a brush, let it set, and then put a second layer, and then after that you put white chocolate in there. It's gonna be super red. If you put red in white chocolate, it turns pink. No good. Obviously, those ones were made with plastic, and when it's on paper, it's not as shiny. Okay? So you can pass those around. Oh yeah. And then you have to have tiny fingers so you can go in between those things. And right? I have big fingers. Huh? Chopsticks? Yeah, you're right. Chopstick would do a good job. I gotta wait a little bit. I'm not patient. I think they're clapping for me, no? No? Gold medal? Who is it? For me. All right, one more and then I stop. Otherwise, okay, this one doesn't want to cooperate. So I'm gonna put this and then this. Where are my tweezers? Okay, and this is the end of the demo. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming. And I'm gonna put it somewhere where maybe there's a better background, or like maybe against the wall or whatever. Yeah. Huh? Yeah. So I need to put it on something. Huh? Yeah. Yeah.
Take a bite.
Yes, of this. Yes, you do. Are we good? You guys are very slow. We don't have any. Are we good now? What can possibly take that long?